Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We're gonna do another video here today, and if everything goes as planned and everything gets here when it's supposed to, this should be one of the last vlogs of driving a completely stock Charger Scat Pack. The exhaust is on its way. We're gonna try to reorder the supercharger and the pistons tonight, so we are looking really forward to getting all this stuff done. But just to get a good base, I know we did on a rainy day, we did a little bit of testing what some of the track features and stuff can do on the car. So what we're going to do today is we have a beautiful day. So what we're going to do, if it's not too chilly after I leave from hanging out with my son for a bit, we're going to go wash the dirty girl, and we are also going to go and just go on a nice cruise. We'll talk a little bit about it and get my impressions of it driving, because I don't think I've done that on the channel yet. Get my impressions of it driving while it's in its current state, because within a month, this thing is gonna be a monster. I mean, after we get the supercharger, the pistons, and the full exhaust on, and we get it all tuned and set and happy where, we want it, I'm hoping for about 600 plus wheel. I mean, some of the research I've done, people who put this Whipple supercharger kit on their car, they're looking at, 650 wheel horsepower. So I don't think we should have any issue getting at least 600. And they're saying the stock trans is holding it, which was another concern of mine. So I mean, we're just gonna, we're gonna do it. And if the trans goes, the trans goes. And that's just another part of the build that we're gonna have to tackle a lot sooner than anticipated. So I'm not really too worried about it. We'll get it done. If something does happen, it's gonna get changed. But without further ado, we are going to go ahead and get this little bit of a day venture started. All right, so we didn't get to do the clean walk around at the car wash. It was really busy, so I wanted to get out of there and get out of everybody's way. And it's not 100% clean. We're going to do a better job. I didn't have many coins as I thought I did. I needed more quarters to get a better wash done, but you know, it is what it is. Got the hose a lot of the dirt off. I mean, I'm really bad at doing that, but she's not a dirty girl anymore. She's at least hosed off, so she looks good. But we pulled over into a parking lot here just to get a good look at her. She's gonna look so nasty when it gets that wrap on it that I showed in the last video. So if you want to see the color that I'm wrapping the car, if you don't want to wait for the video itself, when I do get it done, it is in the last video of when we were talking about some parts that are going into the car. So I'm gonna hop in here because it still is a little chilly outside. But anyway, we are gonna go on a little bit of a drive here, and we're gonna see what this thing, talk a little bit about how it feels. Now, I have been driving the car for quite a long time now. I mean, not an insane amount of time, but I mean long enough that I have a good basis, and this isn't really a reaction video of how it feels, but it does handle like a dream. You know, it's a lot different to what I have been, you know, accustomed to in past vehicles that I've owned. Completely different than the STI, completely different than the FRS, a lot better than the Mustang. But I mean, there's just something about this car that I love. The way it handles, like, it doesn't even feel like you're driving at all. Like, it's just so smooth and on point. And I literally, all the cars that I've owned, not one of them has felt like this. And the Mustang had the turning radius of a truck. This is actually half decent, believe it or not, for how big it is. It is got a pretty good, you know, turning radius, so I don't have to like do a bunch of 3-point turns when I'm trying to pull into somewhere, but I do anyway because I don't want to scuff the car up in any way or graze a curb with my bumper or my splitter or something like that. So I am cautious and I do it, but anyway, neither here nor there. It handles really well, and it's got some power for, you know, stock. It does get up and go when I want it to, but other than that, I couldn't have asked for a better ride in this car compared to what I'm used to. Blows the Mustang out of the water. The STI, I mean, the suspension on the STI is just, you know, real stiff. This is just, you don't even feel like you're riding over bumps most of the time. Obviously, if you hit a big one, but like a pothole or something. But other than that, this thing is amazing. And I almost want to say that the handling in this car definitely beats out the Mustang. The Mustang handled, you know, it was good for a muscle car and what it was, but man, I mean, obviously the STI had it, but I mean, it is very, very close. It is a very close call to see which one, to really say, in my opinion, which one had the best, you know, the best handling. The STI probably did, obviously, but this feels very, very close. I mean, just even around turns, like, it feels like it's built for, you know, and it was designed for performance, not just in a straight line. But this thing feels like if I went and took it to a road course, that it would hang with everything in my power, in like the same power range. Wouldn't tear off, no one would tear off from me in the straights, and you know, I'd pick up whatever ground I lost and would lose in the corners. So I mean, like, this car, just all around totally happy with this vehicle and how it actually was. I heard a lot about them and wasn't too sure exactly what to expect, and you know, I'm, you know, tickled pink with the choice here that I went with. There was some other stuff that I was looking into, but I mean, the price, for what this price was, I couldn't, you know, really couldn't pass up the deal. I mean, this thing had barely any miles on it, 2017, for $36,000, which I don't think is too terrible, you know, too terribly bad. And when I got it, they didn't take into consideration what was done to the car. I mean, there's a good amount of work that this man did to this car. Now, none of it was performance oriented, but I mean, other than the side splitters, which I'm going to be ordering some point soon, other than the side splitters, I mean, full carbon fiber ground effects, the front's APR wind splitter, so like it's good quality stuff. And then I don't know if I've ever showed under the engine bay or not, but he put new painted valve the valve cover's the same color as the car. There's a bunch of different plates and stuff up there covering everything up, and all of it's, you know, custom tailored, painted to the car's color. It's really cool. So I mean, it's gonna look a little weird once we get it wrapped, but it is, you know, I don't really care. I think the aquamarine / tealish color is gonna look damn good myself, so I'm excited to see what it looks like when I actually go and get it done. Should be probably within the next month and a half. Won't be too far out. Definitely gonna be before the weather breaks fully, because I'm ready for car show season, and you know, going to some events in this, and maybe entering it in some shows as well. So that's going to be another part of the plan of what's going to be going on here later. But just cruising out here through the cow pasture. I know I just got my car cleaned and I'm driving down these dusty ass roads, but really just couldn't talk off of how I feel about the car's handling off the top of my head. I had to experience it firsthand while I was telling you guys. So I like driving my cars too, so everybody will always be like, well, your car's dirty. Like, it's okay. Every once in a while, a dirty car is not bad. This car, once I get it wrapped though, it's gonna be immaculate all the time. I'm probably gonna stay off of back roads like that, but anyway. Also, we do have a dry day here, so as promised, we will go do a 1/4 mile pass somewhere with the sport mode on. Only have time to do one, maybe two. If my tires spin really bad, we'll probably try it again, but we'll see how this turns out here. All right, as I promised before, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little 1/4 mile pull, and then we're gonna wrap up the video here. And then got a little bit of exciting news for the end of the video here, so stay tuned. We're gonna pull out here and we're gonna give her a good old rip. All right, sorry if there's any wind noise, but anyway, 13.3, not the greatest, but you know, just wanted to show you a little bit of what I had. We spun real bad. It was the first launch I did in the car all day, and yeah, dick. Anyway, it was the first launch I did in the car on cold tires. Pretty chilly out yet, 46 degrees, so not the greatest conditions. Should have tried to probably do something to heat the tires up if I wanted any little bit more traction on what it's got. The tires are pretty bald as it is too. But anyway, some good news before we send out here. The exhaust is going to be here by the end of the week. The catback's coming tomorrow, and the headers and mid pipes will be here by Thursday. So like I was saying at the beginning of the video, this is definitely going to be the last 100% stock drive in this car on the video or on the channel. So things are starting to take full circle, and I am super stoked. Sorry, the sun's real bright, blinding my eyes. But anyway, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and there's much more to come, so make sure you stay tuned and see what we got coming up for you next. But anyway, until next time, we'll catch you later.